Today, we will introduce a card game on organisms and the environment. There are many such card games available. This one was designed by students from the National Taipei University of Education. This deck is made up of 86 cards. There are land cards, animal cards, plant cards, characteristic cards, and function cards. This game is for 3 to 6 players and comes with a manual. Let us now discuss each of the 5 card types. The first is the land cards, made up of rainforest, grassland, desert, ocean, the Arctic, and Taiwan. A total of 6 cards. The second type is the animal cards. There are 21 of them. There are also 17 plant cards, 24 characteristic cards, and 18 function cards. Let us explore how the animal cards are used. Here we see a toucan. Toucans live in the rainforest, so we will place it below the rainforest card. The second is Formosan macaque. Taiwan is its habitat, so we will place it under Taiwan. This time, let us consider a seal. Its primary habitat is the Arctic, so we will place it accordingly. Let us now try the plant cards. This is a seaweed. It lives in the ocean. This is Candelia. It is found in Taiwan. As for the golden barrel cactus, it thrives in the desert. Let us move on to the characteristic cards. This is the environmental characteristic card. It says that this covers about 70% of the Earth's surface. This describes the ocean, so we will place it here. Notice that this characteristic card is special because it is orange and blue. It says that this animal is a mammal and a carnivore. This describes a seal, so we will place it under the Arctic. Meanwhile, this card is green and blue. It talks about vivipary, which is a characteristic of plants found in Taiwan. As such, we will place this card here. When playing this game, we just put these 3 types of cards in their corresponding habitat. As for the function cards, some examples are destroy, conserve, pass the blame, introduce species and invasive species. Let us consider the destroy card. As the name suggests, this card destroys the habitat. Suppose I destroy the ocean habitat. This means that these species will die. Also, no card can be placed in that habitat. How do we overcome this? We just use our conserve card. All we need to do is to place it below the destroy card. Doing so will save the habitat, which means that cards can again be placed under that habitat. The pass the blame card is self-explanatory. Simply put, it allows a player to force another to lose a turn. Just give that person this card, and he will lose a turn. This is the Introduce Species card. It indicates that indigenous species were introduced to a different region by humans. A player who receives this card will lose a turn. To use this card, simply give it to another player. Next, the Invasive Species card. Invasive species harm the habitat of indigenous species. This card removes a previous card. Put it in the Use Card section after use. Let us now explain the game rules. To start the game, take out the Rainforest card. Each player will then get 5 cards from the deck of shuffled cards. Then each player will get a strategy handbook. Stack the remaining cards in the middle. The player who dealt the cards will go first. The players will take turns in a clockwise direction. For each round, players may either deal or pick a card. Currently, Rainforest is on the table. Among the cards the players have, we can deal Sloth, or Taiwan, another habitat, or use a destroy card to destroy the forest. Another option is to pick a card. Any one of these can be done for this round. Once a player uses all cards on hand, the player earns 1 token, then takes another 5 cards from the deck. Any player who spots a misplaced card earns 1 token. At the end of the game, the player with the most number of tokens wins. If there are no more cards to deal, and no cards to pick up from the stack, the player needs to fold. When there are no cards left to fold, the player is out.